Hi, welcome back to our podcast, Buckle Up Wildcats, the High School Musical, the Series Rewatch podcast. I'm your co-host, Audrey Ashcraft.
I'm your co-host, Haley Clark.
So slay. I say that every time.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Intro.
Consistent now. Today we are going to be covering episode 4, season 1, episode 4, and it's the blocking. So I will start us off with a synopsis. My synopsis low-key sucks, just so you all know. The episode begins with Nini finding out and confronting EJ about lying to her and stealing her phone. Ricky is having trouble at home with his parents, and all of this together leads to a disastrous practice. During all of this, Gina and EJ decide to partner up to get what they want. See, I told you
that describes it. I feel like so much happened and yet not enough happened.
It was just like Ricky, like, really going through it.
Yeah, poor Ricky.
So I gave this episode an 8 out of 10.
I also gave it an 8 out of 10.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, good job.
Look at us go. And the songs in this one, I put down what I've been looking for.
Yes.
Because they kind of like stopped to sing it, and that was integral.
Yes.
And then All I Want. But I didn't rank what I've been looking for.
Yeah, I feel like that one, I don't know. It's obviously neither of them are singing at their best.
Mm-mm.
I do like that Nini's like just mad. And she put more emotion into that than some other things recently. But
that's so true.
I love her.
I love her.
Love Nini.
But All I Want is a top tier song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Miss Olivia Rodrigo really ate with that one.
Yes.
But I put it at second. I still think Wondering is better.
I would agree. I love Wondering.
I love Wondering.
But All I Want is good. And then I was like, is this Olivia Rodrigo's big break?
I think it is.
Driver's License. But like there had to be something before Driver's License. And she made a music video of that song.
I would consider this her big break.
Yeah. Did she write that song?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
She wrote it. Because, okay, wait. So I went on IMDb for this episode, tried the synopsis. And on it, there was a trailer for this episode. And I was like, wait, have we been missing trailers?
Yeah.
And I haven't found any other ones on, other than probably there was for the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched this and she does talk about writing it and stuff.
Oh,
and they show
okay.
back like behind the scenes footage and stuff for this. But I did know she wrote it because there's the one TikTok of her eating the muffin.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
She's like, you think you could hurt my feelings? I wrote this song.
Yes. I like assumed she wrote it, but yeah.
It's good.
It is good.
She's a very talented songwriter.
Yeah.
Like, I love her stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously she's a good singer, too. But, whew.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing
faves.
was the moment that Ricky and Nini have together when he's at her house. I think it's just so cute, and I have more thoughts on that we'll talk about when we get there. But it's just cute, and I just love seeing them, like, get along and happy. And you, like, really get to see that they're actually, like, best friends, and they are there for each other. So,
That's so
yeah, that was my favorite. My least favorite is Ricky's mom.
Oh, me too! Oh my gosh, look at that! 2 episodes in a row.
Wow. She's just the worst. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a few things, but, like, the fact that she's, like, they agreed to meet at the restaurant and then she just, like, shows up. Like, that's not fair to anyone.
No, it's
like,
so frustrating.
That's
frustrating. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's other, like, she's just annoying, but, don't, she's making things worse for everyone.
I hate that woman.
She's terrible.
She's so bad.
Yeah, what are yours?
So I had the same least favorite because I hate that woman. But my favorite was just like lots of like Ricky moments.
Yeah.
And you really just get to see him as a character and just see how much he's like struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I feel like that gets overlooked sometimes in the show.
Yeah.
Not so much in this first season.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe it's just because he doesn't tell characters so much, but I feel like people don't really see his whole story when he's, I don't know. Maybe I just have a lot of sympathy for Ricky.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay, Utah moments.
I didn't really put one. One thing I noticed that their homecoming was $10 a ticket.
I saw that too.
And ours was way more than that.
Yeah, I was like, imagine.
Like, prom tickets were like $60.
Yeah.
Or more.
I think for I feel like I paid like $25 for homecoming.
25 to like 35, something around.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like it was 25 for a couple 50. It was a lot.
Yeah. I know like other schools might be different. So I don't know if that's like real.
Yeah.
At East High. But
I paid a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I had.
So some of mine were the coffee shop that they went to.
Yeah.
Which first off, okay, I will get into my thoughts on that in a minute. But that is a real coffee shop in Utah. It's local, public, with a K, coffee shop. I found like its exact address, which is low-key helpful because it has like its.
I was wondering like how close it is to.
I can tell you this. It's about a 10-minute drive, which is kind of really far.
That is really far.
And there's a coffee shop directly across the street from East High. However, I don't think it's a local place.
Oh.
So I think that's why
they wanted to make it.
And it's obviously like where they get permission to film and stuff.
Yeah.
But 10 minutes is far.
It is far.
Like
especially like Salt Lake area, like you're not driving anywhere if you live there.
And there's a lot of, like, other coffee shops that you pass.
Yeah.
Like...
There's lots of stuff in the area.
Yeah. And then, on that, I feel like we could talk about this officially, since this is the first time we really see them in the coffee shop hanging out.
Yes.
Why are they hanging out at a coffee shop? And, like, I get that, like, people drink coffee. Like, people drink coffee, that is a thing. However, they had the opportunity to make a hangout place as a soda shop.
Yeah.
And that's so much cooler of an idea. And you can make a cooler set. Like,
yeah, it'd be cuter. And I feel like maybe it's just because I went to school in Utah and, like, not everyone I knew drank coffee. But I feel like more people drink soda.
Yes.
And so, like, going to a soda shop. And they're all cute inside and, like, have games. And, like, everyone I've been to is just, like, fun.
I'm like, they're cute. And I'm like, to be fair, like, because I was talking with my mom about this. I'm like, to be fair, I don't, like, we never really, like, hang out at a swig.
Yeah.
But you could push that. Like, you know what I mean? And it'd be so, like, in my mind, it's always, they could, oh my gosh, okay. Whew! In my mind, they could have done something like the Groovy Smoothie from iCarly.
Yeah.
And just, like, have a really fun set that's very unique to this show.
Yes.
And they chose to not do that and instead do a coffee shop. And I think that's so lame.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would have been more fun if they had, like, a unique place. And, like... they switch it around too much, because,
But, like, I feel like they always pick, like, because, okay, jump ahead. In season 2, they pick a pizza place, but I feel like that's also so basic. Like, Utah is known for its, like, weird, quirky little things that it has. Like, because not only do we have all the soda shops, and, like, the Swigs, So Delicious, like, all of them. It Girls, there's so many. There's also Crumble.
Yeah, go to Crumble.
And, like...
all the cookie places.
All, like,
started here.
Yeah.
A lot of them started here.
Like...
yeah, there's just, like, things that are so unique to Utah that they could have chosen.
And, yeah, and it would be, like, unique, and it would be, like, something, like... they're like, oh, they hang out at the soda shop. And then it's, like, this iconic relatable set. Yeah. And it's, like, you think... it's, like, every show has, like, their, like, hangout spot.
Yeah.
And theirs could have been this really cool soda shop, and they just didn't do that.
Right.
And I think that's a really missed opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Also, the Capitol shot is so cool.
Yes. I was like, that's really pretty.
I was like, ooh. I want to know what that is.
Every time I see that, I forget that that's, like, the Capitol's right there.
It gets me every time I'm like, ooh, that's so pretty, actually.
Yeah.
We should go find it.
We should.
It wouldn't take that long.
We'll go take a tour and find people's houses.
We'll take you guys with us and we'll go on a tour and find everything. I've, like, done that a little bit with, like, High School Musical. Like, but I don't think I've done anything for this show. But I know where this coffee shop is. I, like, looked it up on Google Maps and stuff to verify. And I was like, yeah, that is the house that's across the street from it. So, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah. That's cool.
Also, the Salt Lake City Pride shirt I thought was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's a nice reminder that Salt Lake City does celebrate Pride. And that is a thing that we do here because sometimes I think people forget. And it's important to celebrate Pride. So, the hand didn't need to go up. But
yes. Okay.
But I think that that's a nice addition.
Yeah.
And to very much not even just make it a Pride, to make it a Salt Lake City Pride shirt, I think is really nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Agree.
In the notes?
Yeah.
I need to stop doing the Renegade. That is not necessary. Okay.
You go first, because I think yours start before mine.
Okay, sick. I know. Like, sometimes I was trying to read your notes. Like, where do they start?
We seem to, like, be pretty
Yeah.
good about keeping it in the
Hopefully.
same timeline. I don't know.
I hope, yeah. Okay. EJ does the recap of this episode.
Yes.
It's very dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
It's EJ.
And that's it. And then I have to say, what is Nini wearing? The sweater with the leg warmers and heels?
Oh my gosh, yeah, no. When they did, like, a shot of her feet, I was like, what the heck?
No, literally.
What
And
the
I
heck?
hope so deep in my soul that she only wore those heels to practice.
Yeah.
They're still unnecessary.
I know, because they
But-
were kind of like character hero heels looking.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
I'm afraid she did just wear that to school, though.
Yeah.
With the pigtails? Oh my gosh, with the pigtails. Oh my gosh.
It's... People in Utah don't always dress like that, okay?
No, please stop bullying us like this. I've never even owned a pair of leg warmers. Please.
It's so Olivia Rodrigo in Bizaardvark.
Yeah.
Like, we just transferred her character over a little bit.
Yeah. They dress her atrociously. I swear her stylist is blind.
It's so bad. I feel like the style gets better as the show progresses, but we
Yeah.
don't really see it with Nini so much because she's not in it as much. So she just has no redemption.
I will say season 3 she dresses completely differently. But I have
Yeah.
thoughts about that. So when we get to season 3,
Yes.
I will talk about that later in season 3.
Yes.
But I wonder, and then part of me is like, is this a reaction to Gina saying she's bland? But no, because she always dresses this poorly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
I don't get it. I don't like the pattern leggings.
Oh my gosh, and they're mesh.
Yeah. Oh my, that's so crazy.
I didn't even realize how mesh they were until I was watching that behind the scenes
Yeah.
footage, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was in the last episode, wasn't it?
Yes.
Because it's when she's singing that I noticed it.
Yeah, I'm like,
And she's standing by the piano.
yes, I'm like, what is this?
No. Nini.
Anyways. I also love the emotional support hamster.
Yes.
I think that's so funny.
Yes.
That's such a funny joke to make for our generation.
Yes. I love it so much. It's funny.
It's so good, and I know people that would be like that.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone with an emotional support hamster, but
Mm-mm.
I could see people that would get it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I put EJ giving a girl salmonella as kind of psycho behavior.
No, low-key.
That's kind of sketchy.
That's kind of crazy. He literally poisoned her. This is the first time I'm like,
That was a little iffy.
like,
EJ.
what's up, EJ?
Did we need to do that?
Big fan of you poisoning her, but yeah, don't love that.
Yeah.
I literally wrote in my in my notes, the nerve of that woman. Because the nerve of that woman.
Yes.
And we all know who I'm talking about. I hate.
She's so
Ricky's
bad.
mom.
She's so bad.
Stay in Chicago, girly pop.
Yeah.
And
my
I
gosh.
feel so bad for his dad because you can tell he's trying so hard, and she
Yeah.
villainizes him every time he opens his mouth.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
She's like, really? You think this? He's like, girl, I thought I had 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And
he-
obviously,
yeah.
like, and Ricky, like, brings up that they, like, went to therapy. And she's like, yeah, that didn't work out. They probably went, like, one time.
Yeah.
And
She's like,
then-
and now you're just quoting the therapist? I hate that woman. Fun fact about me.
Yeah.
She abandoned her child.
Yeah.
Like-
That's not... I don't feel like there's any excuse for that. Like, even if your marriage isn't working out, you still have a child.
You still have a child. There's no reason she should act the way she did.
Mm-mm.
And then she guilt trips him. I
Yeah.
hate that woman.
Ugh,
Literally half my notes are just
so bad.
the nerve of that woman.
Yeah.
Ugh, she's so self-centered. Anyways.
Yeah.
And then, like, this is the note. This is probably, if I was to describe this entire episode in one note, it's just, I feel so bad for Ricky.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm like, this poor kid.
And he's just hurting so much when he goes and talks to Miss Jen, and he's just like, you know what, my bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Sorry.
her makeup's atrocious this episode. But
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. He's just she just gets so mad at practice, and I'm like, this
Yeah.
really isn't his fault. I mean, he's late, and that is, but
Yeah, but you can tell he's, like, distressed.
he's obviously
he's,
shaken
like,
up.
And he's not... I'm saying he's not normally late. There's, like, one time that he's actually late. And I don't feel like he's been late since then.
Yeah.
And
He
that's
is
also
taking it
really
seriously.
not his fault, so...
And
yeah.
she knew he was going to be late, and she was apparently
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
And I have been in practice where coaches said that something was okay, and then they were like, it just, everything boils up, and they get upset.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I like that there are moments like that with Miss Jen, because I do think it's real and relatable. Like, I've been in multiple different clubs and things like that, and sometimes everything just happens.
Yeah. It's so real.
But, yeah, it was a little bit like, stop.
I was like, please don't yell at my boy Ricky.
Yeah.
This is 100% an EJ Nini thing.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot that Big Red signed up for... I think this is the first time that Big Red, like, officially says he signed up for the crew. Because I was like, wait, why is he here?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, he said he's in the crew.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Who made him sign up?
Who made him sign up? Maybe he just was like, if Ricky's going to be here all the time, I might as well.
Maybe his only personality trait is being Ricky's friend.
Yeah.
Do we ever know his real name?
I don't think we do.
I was thinking about that, like, literally laying, like thinking about this show.
They might in season 2, because I feel like they say he's named after his grandpa.
Yeah, maybe.
And I feel like we find out his grandpa's name, but I don't know what it is right now.
It's just interesting, because they always call him Big Red. And when we find out what EJ's real name is, they call him that more than...
They do.
Like,
bring it up.
I don't know. They always call him that.
But they also hate Big Red.
Yes.
The writers do, not the people. Well, maybe the people. I like that they said they were playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is a whole rant about the coffee shop next.
Oh.
This is in my notes, so I just skipped over that.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's very of their time, and I think that's realistic. Wait, do you have something to add?
I put... Courtney is, like, talking to Nini. I guess this is, like, part of that. But, and she's, like, talking about how the other, like, costume girl is, like, making bad decisions, and she talks about how, like, she wants to put them in track pants. I feel like that's pretty on brand for High School Musical.
Yeah, I actually do fear that Troy does wear an awful lot of track pants.
Yeah.
And Chad do.
And Courtney wants to put them in turtlenecks. So... Who's right? I don't know.
I'm trying to think of a character that was a turtleneck.
I'm like, maybe one of the girls does. But
Yeah.
2000, like, doesn't seem like...
I feel like they all had the really, like low,
Yeah.
like, scoop. Yeah, I'm like, why can't I think of words?
Yeah, I don't think maybe, like, Kelsey.
Yeah, or I was thinking maybe Ryan, but
Yeah,
that doesn't
maybe
feel right
Ryan.
either.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Track pants feel more on brand.
Yeah. So,
I don't know where that was in my notes, but...
But it just felt right, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Red tries so hard with Ricky, and I feel so bad. Because there's just no winning for either of them in that situation.
He's like, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to write that he has sleep apnea into my character Bible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's got so many issues, man.
He really does. And I feel like that's like a main character trait of him right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they keep that or...
Yeah.
I think that they just forget to write him a character after a certain point. So...
Yeah. Well, also, like, Seb has barely been in these last 2 episodes.
Yeah. Well,
he was playing the piano.
Yeah. Well, and then he, like, points. And so I was like, wait, is he not getting paid to speak in this episode? But then he speaks in, like, the next episode. But I was like, is he just an extra in this episode? But no, he does speak. Guys, it's okay.
It's fine.
But...
They always, like, put him in the background. And he's literally Sharpay.
I think it's interesting that they didn't make him a main cast member.
Yeah.
I think the only season he is season 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, but even like when the show was coming out, I remember it being a really big deal that a boy was playing their Sharpay. But then that boy isn't even a main character. I'm like, okay. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is
It's
weird.
also my favorite.
Yeah, Seb's great.
Love. I laughed when they made the sleep apnea jokes because my dad has sleep apnea. Shout out to him. And you know what? Sometimes it's a nightmare.
Yeah, that was... that whole scene, I was like, I felt bad for Ricky.
I did.
Also, I'm like... Poor thing.
I can relate to that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, and he's so little. Okay, now it's time for the meat of this episode.
Yeah.
When he goes to her house, unless you have any other comments before this.
No, this
Okay.
is my next part. I would feel weird if my ex-boyfriend was sleeping at my house.
So, yes, yeah.
But it's implied that they, like, known each other forever and they're, like, family friends.
Yes, it is implied to the point that his mom and dad weren't concerned that he was spending the night at his girlfriend's house, his ex-girlfriend's house. Like, that shows there's so much level of trust there between.
Yeah.
Like, and he calls her mom by, like, name. Like, oh my gosh. It just shows how close they really are.
Yeah.
And, like, no, but my favorite, like, one of my favorite scenes from the entire show is in this episode when she's having when Nini's having a conversation with her mom, and she's like, whatever bad day you've been having, his is worse.
I wrote that quote down because it's just...
I think about that often.
It's good.
More people needed to be said. She needed to be told that in season 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes it's not all about you.
Yes, because I feel like he was going through so much.
Yeah.
And, like, and I know she didn't know because they weren't really talking, but she did.
Mm-hmm. She had to have known something.
If he's showing up at her house, not even to talk to her.
Yeah.
Because he was perfectly fine. Like, at no point were they, like, forced to interact.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just, my heart breaks for him. And like, you can just tell how much care there is for them both in that scene.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, I would probably feel awkward.
Yeah. But also, like, when they're talking, they're not awkward with each other. Even, well, until the end. But they're, like, they're just friends.
Yeah.
They just know each other.
And I think this really emphasizes the fact that, like, that is her best. Like, I literally was like, that they were best friends. And I feel like that's gets lost so much. And I think he'll always have a love for her. Like, and I still think that even as I watch the rest of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Also, when they're talking, they talk about how, like, things are changing and they're different. And every time they say different in that scene, I think about his song, Different. And then I'm like, stop. I can't think about that because I'll cry.
I literally cry.
I will cry.
Like, actually bawl like a baby. I don't know why that song makes me...
Oh my
it's probably
gosh.
just because I've seen him in concert.
Yeah.
Because that's the one he, like, walks through the audience. Guys, I'd bawl.
Yeah.
I've never walked near him. Sadly, he's never walked by us,
sobbing.
but I cry every time I go. This is so... And every time I listen to that song, I'm like, there's just so much love in that song, too.
Yeah.
Like,
And it reminded, like, I feel like the emotion in this scene is what the emotion that song has.
no, that you're so right.
So, it makes me sad.
They're low-key one of my favorite, like, like TV show couples. I love them.
They're better than Troy and Gabriella.
Oh, they're so much better than Troy.
I hate Troy and Gabriella.
Like, they just love each other so much. And it just, oh my gosh, it hurts my heart. I will say, okay, the line in All I Want, where she says, I won't fight for love if you won't meet me halfway.
Yes.
I found that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would almost argue that he is meeting her halfway.
Yep.
But he won't say he loves her. And I feel like that's meeting her halfway.
Yes.
Other than the one panic, I guess.
And I feel like if she understood what was going on in his home, then she would understand why he can't say that.
Yeah. But we found that out in the first episode.
Yeah, and he says, like, it's hard when that's not even something your parents say to each other anymore. And so it's like he doesn't have that representation. And I feel like to him it's, like, scary because even if you do say something like that, like, things can still fall apart. And so it's vulnerable. And sad, and I feel like I wish Nini would understand that a little bit.
Yeah. And I think we definitely do see her start to understand that a little bit in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I just thought of the finale, but I can't think of that right now.
Yeah. But it's obvious that he loves her and cares about her. He just can't, like, say that out loud.
Like, other than the panic where he, like, they went on their break and stuff, which we don't really see a lot of what happened right after that, but they're high schoolers. I understand why they both reacted the way they did, but I do feel like he shows her that he loves her.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I feel like he tries, he just hasn't said it.
Yeah.
These are just my thoughts and opinions.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Agree.
All I Want is a really good song.
It is.
I don't like that we don't hear it, though, like...
Together.
We never hear it all together, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that, too.
And I don't think... Is there a part of the song that's never even in the show? I'm trying to think. Because I feel like there has to be a bridge. But I can't think of what one would be. And we don't... My fun fact is that my... my, like, A's are gonna be weird. Yes, okay, we're going on to Genius right now. So we hear her say both verse 1 and verse 2. And she does the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
No, because she doesn't do the, and I miss the days when I was young and naive, and I thought the perfect guy would come and find me. Now, happy ever after, it don't come so easily. I was like, I don't think she does sing the whole song.
Yeah.
Please stop loading so many ads. Anyways.
And the line at the very end is different. Right? The second chorus is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good song.
It's a good song. Anyways, we're closing this down because it's so glitchy website.
Know, like, they were dating while they were filming, right?
Yeah.
But I guess we don't.
But we don't actually know the timeline.
When they were dating.
Because it actually was technically... I don't think it's ever been, like, officially confirmed, except for in the one Fallon interview where she said she was stalking her ex. Yes. And she followed him, and that happened with Joshua Bassett.
Yes.
Which is pretty, like, confirmed, I feel like, for me.
Yeah.
But
I always wonder, because they write a lot of their own songs, and I always wonder, like, how much of their real life is in the songs.
Yes. Well, I think, just for a moment, there's no way.
Yeah.
Well, and then, okay, this is Dating Us. Did you see what he posted on his story about the poll of how he was like, pick which song I should sing at the show, and it was which High School Musical the series song I should sing, and the options were Finally Free, Let You Go, which I don't think he's ever done live, and Just for a Moment. And I don't know which one he's done. That might have been last night or tonight. I don't know.
I don't remember that.
He just put it was on his story, so this will be dated. This will be like 3 weeks ago
news
for you guys. Yeah, you'll already know what he did. I don't know.
Unless you don't
care, and then sorry. It's possible it's old news now, but
yeah, that's kind of interesting.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope he does Let You Go. I voted Let You Go.
Yeah.
Except for Finally Free live is an experience I can't explain. It was, oh my gosh.
I just got chills when you
see that man live in concert. Whew.
Yeah.
I will see him every time he comes to Utah. And if he doesn't come to Utah, we'll travel.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's great.
I think we actually
He's a great performer.
We've decided his next show. I think we're going to travel for one of them.
Yeah.
Because we want
better seats.
We want better seats. Our first seats were really good.
They were really good. He looked at us.
He looked at us.
We love him.
And we didn't pass out of that show because we're not little babies.
I had the worst headache.
But you didn't pass out.
No, I didn't.
And then the second show we had to like buy seats and we didn't want to spend that much. But we spent a good amount on them. They were $65, I think. Which is more than I spent on Taylor Swift. It's either more or about the same as I spent for Taylor Swift tickets. To be fair, my Taylor Swift tickets were not like great. They were nosebleed. But
I spent a lot of money on my nosebleed tickets. That's another story.
But yeah. But I think if we traveled, like, we would get better.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least pit seats.
He's pretty big and Utah
this is, like,
specifically.
kind of his place.
Which is the
anyways.
problem. It's really hard. Like, we haven't even been able to get Olivia Rodrigo tickets. She's so big.
Olivia Rodrigo's like kicked my butt for getting tickets. I will say, this is a secret, but if I checked my email better, it's possible I could have gotten Olivia Rodrigo tickets.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. I hope someone else got to go and they had a great time.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. It's
It wasn't
okay.
meant to be.
Someday, we will see her.
I need to see her.
Believe in that.
I would lose my mind. Okay, that's all my notes for this episode.
Yeah, I just put that I got secondhand embarrassment when he, like, tried to kiss her. Or, like,
Oh,
waited
yeah.
to kiss her.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, no, Ricky, why'd you do that?
Ricky, oh my gosh, this would have worked out so much better. Do you think that's why he left? Because I'm like...
I think he was embarrassed and he, like, felt weird staying there.
That makes sense. Because I'm like, I've never really... Because I don't know if, like, having that conversation with her is what made him realize you needed to talk to his mom, or if he just felt embarrassed.
I don't think so. Because I think when he went home, he didn't really want to see his mom. And, like, also, like, I didn't really notice this until this time watching through it, but, like, he, like, sits on the couch and there's, like, a bunch of, like, pictures and stuff, and she's, like, packing it up. And, like, it's my perception is she's, like, packing up, like, memories and stuff that she's just gonna leave. Or, like, which is, like, great that she's, like, bringing pictures, but also
yeah,
it's, like,
also one of them is of Ricky and Nini.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's bringing that to decorate his room. They're broken up, first off.
Yeah. She doesn't know anything.
That woman. Top 10 people I hate.
At least she makes him dinner, but also...
No, I actually feel like that's very much the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's his mom. She's been absent for long enough.
Yeah, she just comes in and she's, like, acting like she's gonna save everything.
I hate that woman. I hate that woman, and she just causes more problems. And that's all she ever does.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Should we cast our show?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, Slay. Today we're going to be casting The Lion King. Because they
Yes.
mention The Lion King. She says,
They do.
Don't carry furniture over your head. This isn't The Lion King. This is the only show I've seen on Broadway. Well, it was okay, I think it was Broadway, but it was in LA or California. I don't know where exactly.
I have seen this in a high school production.
Oh, Slay. So yeah, we're going to cast a bunch of Utah kids in The Lion
Yes.
King. So our main cast members are Simba, Nala, Mufasa.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot Timon and Pumbaa too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Timon and Pumbaa. So this actually might be a little bit bigger of a cast than I thought. Scar, Zazu,
Mm-hmm.
and Rafiki. What did you say his name?
Rafiki.
Rafiki? Okay.
Mhm. We can
So
leave some
7.
people out if we need to.
What we got? 8? Wait. Simba, Nala, Mufasa, Scar, Timon, Pumbaa. Yeah, 8. So I must have messed up when I was counting. Anyways, roll the tape. You tell me where I messed up. Just kidding. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have like 9 kids that we can, so we should be good.
Yeah.
And then we can just not put like someone in, either
Yeah.
like Big Red or Cordy.
Mm.
Okay, Simba, easy. Ricky, boom.
Obviously.
Next.
Yeah. And I don't, usually they do like young Simba, young Nala. He can be
Yeah,
both.
he will be
can
both.
be both young and old Simba.
We don't have the cast to do that, so. Mufasa is an interesting one though because I don't think I think EJ's Scar,
Yeah.
unless Carlos is Scar and EJ's Mufasa.
Carlos would kind of eat a Scar.
I actually think so. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
'Cause
Carlos is Scar.
Yeah, Carlos needs a good role. We've put
Yeah.
EJ in all the antagonist roles.
That's so real. That's so real.
That's who he is.
So Carlos is Scar. He's about to eat this up.
Mhm.
I did a dance to Scar one time
Oh, yeah.
in my life, so you can dance to
Yes.
that. Look at that
Yes.
beauty.
Then EJ's Mufasa.
Mufasa, yeah, because
Interesting. I like that.
I don't think we have anyone else to put as Mufasa. I feel like he's definitely
He
Mufasa.
can be Mufasa. Maybe he can... No, we have enough characters. Like, if we needed someone else, he could also be, like, Timon or Pumbaa.
Oh, yeah, we have to do Timon.
There's not really a crossover there. But we'll figure that out. Nala.
It's Nini.
Yeah.
Do I feel like Gina would maybe be better in the role? Yeah, but it's Nini.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Gina's gonna play.
Who is Gina gonna play?
She can play...
Rafiki?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I was thinking.
We need
Because
like
I don't feel like she's Timon or Pumbaa.
We need like a dynamic duo for like Timon and
Yeah.
Pumbaa. Low-key, Ashlyn and Big Red.
Yeah. I think they would be good at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ashlyn and Big Red, the two gingers.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think Ashlyn as Timon and Big Red as Pumbaa.
Yeah. I agree with that. Then, who else are we missing?
We're missing
Zazu.
Zazu. Is he the only one we're missing? I think. We got Simba,
Yes.
Nala, Mufasa, Scar, Timon, Pumbaa, Rafiki.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just Zazu. And I don't know who Zazu.
Is that
Because we have Courtney and Seb left.
Seb.
And I just don't feel like that's a Seb role.
No. It feels more Courtney.
I could see Courtney doing
And
it.
then Seb can be one of the hyenas.
Yeah,
Or
that
Carlos.
actually works really well, actually.
Yeah.
I like that.
He can
Okay.
be like the silly one.
This is
They're all
good.
silly. I love the hyenas.
So we have Ricky as Simba, Nini as Nala, EJ as Mufasa, Carlos as Carlos as Scar. I was gonna say Carlos as Mufasa. No, okay. A fun fact about me is I've only seen Lion King once, and it was when I did the dance about Scar that I was like, you know what, I should watch this.
You hadn't seen that.
No, yeah. So this is gonna be
That's
rough
so
for
funny.
me. I left off on Scar. Okay.
Mhm.
Gina is
Rafiki.
Rafiki. Big Red is Pumbaa. So we decided. Ashlyn is Timon. Courtney is Zazu.
Mhm.
And Seb is a hyena.
Yes.
Show casted. Yay! Controversial? Maybe. Show casted. Slay. That one is a good one because Disney.
Yeah.
And they reference it, so that's why we did it in
Courtney?
this episode.
Is Zazu, who's like actually the only like white character.
No, that's so true. Oops.
That's okay. That's just the cast that we have.
That's who we have to work with. Much like a Utah production of The Lion King. Things are controversial.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it turned out pretty decent, that
Yes.
cast.
I think so.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That's how they would cast it.
That is how they would cast it.
I
Yes.
feel like.
Try to cast in character. We are Miss Jen.
Yeah. I think Carlos as Scar would be really
I think it
fun.
would eat. I think that would be so fun.
Yeah.
The dance choreography? Woo!
Yeah.
That would be really fun. I think he would eat that roll up.
I think he would.
But he would also be a really good Zazu.
He would. He would.
Him and Courtney could hypothetically switch
They could
roles.
switch. Oh, I would watch Courtney as Scar too. No, that would be cool.
That would actually be really cool. So hypothetically, the two of them could switch
Maybe.
roles. But that's not confirmed.
Mm-mm.
That's not canon.
It just depends on who's choosing the cast list.
Yeah. Depends what we're going for.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all we have to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching our podcast. Make sure to, if you're listening to us on Spotify or YouTube, listen to us on the other one too.
Yeah. Double feature.
Double feature. And then, yeah, make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok because we're always posting like super cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we're funny.
I think so.
This episode wasn't very funny, but this
No.
episode of the show wasn't really funny
No,
either.
there was not a lot. It was just sad.
It was sad. I felt bad for
Yeah.
Ricky. I haven't cried yet, though, and I know I will at some point, so it's really good for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure to follow us and stay tuned to watch our next episode. They come out every Wednesday. Wildcat Wednesday, if you will. This is the first time we've said this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks for
Thanks
watching.
for watching.